The Ordinary Discussion Podcast.
Relationship is that first and foremost, biblical fellowship is founded upon our common relationship with Jesus Christ. And so I think that goes into what you're saying is, as believers, like it's interesting. I have some very close relationships with people that I have very little in common with, but the one common bond I have is Christ. And so I actually have a closer relationship with some of those people, many of those people, that maybe I don't share a single hobby with. Maybe they don't hunt, they don't fish, they don't do all the things I do. But I have a relationship with them that is deeper and more intentional than I may with some other men in my life that share all the same hobbies. And that's because I have this, we are centered, our relationship is centered on Christ. That is the focus and the center. That's where it all starts. Mm-hmm. And I mean, is that kind of where you're going with that?
Yeah, totally. And I mean, I could say the same thing. I could say the same thing about some of my ordinary women's groups that, I've had women that maybe we wouldn't have been friends outside of ordinary women, but getting to know them and their heart for the Lord is what's bonded us. And I think it creates such a deeper, more meaningful relationship. I think that I have some great friendships with some non-Christians, but at the end of the day, you can only get but so close because there's always going to be that point of division. There's always going to come a point where you don't agree and you're never able to break through that wall, I guess, that's kind of placed there between you because they don't have a relationship with Christ.
Yeah. 1 John 1-3 says, 1 John 1:3 says, what we have seen and heard, we declare to you so that you and we together may share in a common life, that life which we share with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ. And then the J. Hampton Keeley, the author says, fellowship is first the sharing together in a common life with other believers through relationship with God through Jesus. And so I do think that, in fact, even in family, I know some families may have some people that don't quite see eye to eye in faith, right? And so you may have a mother, a brother, a sister, whatever that would be, that you just, it's very difficult to get really close with because they don't understand your motivations and what drives you, right? And I know people that have friends that they are probably closer with than many of their family members because of that thing. Like it's very difficult to say to, and I'm just making up an example. My father's passed, so I don't have to worry about offending my father. It's very difficult to have a conversation with my father where I'm like, hey, the Lord is putting this on my heart and I feel like I'm supposed to do X, Y, Z. And he's like, that makes no sense to me. Like, I don't even relate. It's like immediately it's like, oh, well, this person doesn't even understand me at all. And so I think that's what's so special. And that's why this first piece, this relationship piece, is that first and foremost, intentional relationship is based on a relationship with Christ. And it will I think it has the potential to supercharge a relationship into a place that would take years and years with somebody else. And I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah. And when that relationship with Christ is your most important relationship and you can't share it with your friend because they don't understand and they're not, they don't have that same relationship. It's like you can't fully, they'll never fully know you and what's important in your life because they don't understand. They can't grasp that, the depth that you have there with them.
Yeah, he says in the article, there's also, however, a negative aspect. Because of our relationship with Christ, there can be no legitimate fellowship with the world, demonism, idolatry, or anything that is contrary to Christ and our relationship with him. And so I think that's a lot of what we're saying. It's very difficult to have a deep relationship with something that's very contrary to the core of who you are.